My name is Xavier Golay. I'm Professor of MRI Physics here at the Institute of Neurology at UCL. So my background is in physics, and I'm currently working in a very clinical and research-oriented environment. My big research question revolves around the assessment of disease progression, in particular neurological diseases, using MRI imaging techniques that are used as biomarker. A biomarker is just a measure of some sort of something progressing in a disease. And what I'm trying to do is to develop such methodologies from the lab all the way into the clinics, from preclinical research all the way into patients suffering from several diseases. So one particular example would be to try to develop a biomarker for assessment of how a child suffers from a blue baby syndrome, so that means has been deprived of oxygen in blood flow during birth, would be able to recover, so that we can develop together with the clinicians new advanced therapies to protect their brain and make sure that they will grow without any neurological disease. By establishing these methods to measure physiological parameters in the brain of patients, we can use such methods at the start of a new treatment, for example, to know whether this treatment is effective or not, or whether it is safe or not. As such, it is a very good adjunct to most of the research currently ongoing in the development of disease-modifying therapies, in particular in neurological diseases, but it applies as well to cancer and other diseases as well. What I have found so far are not discoveries as such, but by carefully developing over 20 years, for example, a method to assess brain perfusion, we managed to actually bring it all the way into the clinic and persuade all major MRI manufacturers to get that method on their system and to get the same method for each of them. This is very important so that we can actually then use this method in large-scale clinical trials. For example, in upcoming therapies in Alzheimer's disease or other neurodegenerative conditions. Another very recent development has been the recognition to be able to image directly native glucose, which is just the sugar that you and me would be eating every day through normal food. And we managed to directly image this using MRI once the sugar enters an organ in particular. This is very important for cancer, as cancer are very much relying on sugar for their very high metabolism.